I'm the co-director and co-writer of the film Jardines del Bosque.
My name is Diego Barragán. I'm also the co-director and co-writer of the film Jardines del Bosque.
So Jardines del Bosque, it's a Spanish-speaking movie. It's a coming of age about three kids in their preteen years in the summer in Guadalajara, Mexico, and it begins with them having fun during the summer, and then it all changes when a girl moves to their neighborhood, and yeah, and they kind of this is like their first love for them, so they kind of start this playful game of trying to get her attention, and then everything changes when she disappears, and the movie turns into some kind of thriller about them in their kind of naive way, trying to figure out what happened to her, and that's where the movie take you to a different place when they find out that the world is it's different than what they thought.
What inspired you to write your story and film?
I think I can answer that. I guess we wanted to make. We were always obsessed with making a movie like in the in the same vibes of things like Stranger Things or like Stand by Me. All these coming of age stories, which are mostly American, but we wanted to make them like in an environment that we know. So we were like, and that movie didn't exist. There was no there was never like a Mexican Stand by Me. So we were like, oh, let's just write it down, or like the Mexican Eat. But then and for a while we thought about making it like a horror movie, but then we realized like I don't think we need a monster. I think the reality is already scary enough. Exactly. So yeah, because we were doing a mystery and we were like, okay, so what happened to this girl? What could possibly happen? When it's like, well, what happens in Mexico every day? That they disappear and there's not a clear answer. So
It's not a true story. Actually, it's not like biographical or something, but
that happens.
It happens a lot.
it's something. It's a very unfortunately, it's a very common thing in Mexico.
I traveled a little bit, and Chiapas, I was told, was I think one of the worst places for kidnappings for women. Is it based on stories out of there, or things you read in the news, or friends or family, things that have happened to them?
Kind of, because for us, we grew up in Guadalajara, Mexico, and our experience growing up there uh, is like that, like what you were saying. We directly we never experienced it, like we didn't have like a friend missing or something like that, but we heard a lot of stories about it. Unfortunately, that's something that happens very often in Mexico, and we heard a lot of stories about disappearing.
Are they ever found? No.
You mean like
These missing people.
no, actually, yesterday we looked on the data and the numbers, and there are unfortunately more than 134,000 people missing in Mexico. So it's
Of all ages.
of different ages,
Different
men and
genders,
women.
men and
Yeah.
women. For the cinematography, what did you want for this film?
Cinematography.
For the cinematography, I guess we just wanted the movie to feel like a memory, or to evoke the feeling of nostalgia. That was very important for us. Uh, we wanted the movie to feel like a that summer, that ideal summer that changed everything, right? And we were lucky because we actually shot it during like the hottest summer I can remember. Yeah, and yeah, just we used vintage lenses, and so we could achieve that nostalgia again. That's the word.
Also, the film is narrated by the adult versions of the characters, and that was like movies like Stand by Me. That was something that we wanted to evoke like the nostalgia, and we also use it in the cinematography by using different aspect ratios and different cameras.
What different cameras did you use? Or camera movements?
We use, I think it was about like 8 cameras. It was a lot of cameras. The main camera was an Alexa Mini, but then we use this is funny because when you see the movie, one of the characters always carries a camera with her, and the two cameras that she wears during the movie were our first cameras. It was yeah. So we use Sony Handycams. We use what other cameras? We use GoPros. We use a lot of cameras. Yeah, yeah,
To really give it like a
yeah.
realism. Nice. And the sound design, what did you guys go for?
We wanted to because I think every city has different environments, and they sound different. It's not the same how London sounds than what Mexico City sounds, or Guadalajara in our
Yeah.
case. So we work with a studio in Guadalajara. They've been friends of ours since a long time ago, and they're really good at this. And we wanted to portray the sounds of Guadalajara. So you listen a lot of different environments that maybe you're not familiar with because you're not from there. But like I don't know, people selling stuff on the streets, and the birds. I don't know why, but the birds sound like in a very particular way. In like in the movie, you can see a park in the neighborhood Jardines del Bosque, because Jardines del Bosque is the name of the neighborhood, and they went to record the actual birds in the place, so it's very authentic.
And also Mexico has its own aesthetic. There's so much art everywhere. It's so creative. Did you bring, and very colorful as well. Did you bring that color to the film?
Um, well, for the color, I think we just try to keep it real. I think we were not like there's not like a particular color palette. We just tried to, well, we gave every character like certain colors, uh, certain environments, in the way they decorate the rooms, the bedrooms.
We have a lot of influences from Mexican filmmakers like Alfonso Cuarón, like Alejandro González Iñárritu, and we always wanted to look a little bit like how their movies look like. Like if you see movies like Y Tu Mamá También, Y Tu Mamá También has like a very I would say like naturalistic photography, and also the art direction is it's very natural, it's very authentic. So we always wanted it to look like that. Like we didn't want to create like a different world, like a fantastic world or something.
What music did you use for the film?
That's a good question. That's for me because I'm the composer.
composer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's when you are an independent young filmmaker with the intentions of making your first movie or your second film or something, you gotta use every resource that you have.
course, yeah.
So I
skill.
and yeah, exactly. So I was a musician before I was a filmmaker. So I've been playing music since I was, I don't know, 12 years old or something, and I play in different rock bands and stuff. So um, I remember that from the beginning, when we were writing the script, I kind of started like imagining some scenes with music, and I didn't know if I was gonna be capable of composing the score of the whole movie. And I just recorded a few like cues in my piano, and I recorded them in my phone, and I sent them to Diego, and we were like, oh, that sounds really good. And like I started like creating more around that little piece of music, and the idea was to bring this piece to a proper music composer, but nobody honestly got the um, they didn't understand really quite well what we were trying to evoke, and we were like, uh, whatever you are bringing sounds good enough for us. So we decided to make it like that, like working with my music, and then I went to a studio that helped me like bringing the whole, making it bigger and stuff.
Did you use the music to guide your scenes when you were writing?
Yes. Yeah, there are a couple of scenes I remember that were like, before we shot them, we had the idea of having them with some rhythm for the editing and even for the movements of the characters and stuff. So I sent the music to the actors, and so they can relate to the music, and also the cinematographer, so that we kind of plan the movements of the camera around.
But I was the editor of the movie as well. So yeah, yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. And for the editing, the movie is divided into 3 acts. Well, every movie is divided into 3 acts, but this one more particularly, and every act has its own language, I guess. The first one feels like the first act of the movie is narrated by one character, and that character has like a more joyful and playful style, I guess. And the editing of the film had to reflect that. The second part of the movie feels more like a mystery because it's narrated by another character, and then the third part is like it's more realistic, it's more raw, and so the rhythm changes. We move to more static shots. It's not so stylized, and things like that.